were able to reduce our monthly license cost by almost 500,000 on a monthly, which is a 6 million reduction in cost. And that's a huge savings to the company.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Heidy Chow. She is the Chief Financial Officer for Snail Games USA. And Heidi, it's great to see you again. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Steve?
I'm good, doing very well. Thanks for joining us. Excited to talk about your first quarter numbers ending March 31st for the company and very strong numbers, a 36% revenue growth. You returned to profitability. As a Chief Financial Officer, I imagine you're very excited about what you're seeing.
I am, Steve. This is actually after a few quarters of hard working from our operation team. We see that the number is, as we do see from operation, number is moving to the right direction. We're very excited about this quarter of our strong revenue growth. And basically it's from the operation team with our all the different kind of the sale event that we have with the new game that we release. So we are very, very excited.
That on one side is the new games and the legacy games that you have doing well. You've also been able to reduce costs during the quarter as well, which helped also. So is it a combination of you mentioned the hard work? Is it a combination of both that is really taking you to this next step?
It is a combination of both. Basically, is we during the quarter we had a few event that actually happened during Q1 of 2026. We did a winter sale. We also have one of our game Bellwright. We also did a winter sale on Bellwright, which had gave us a tremendous uptake. And then from our ARK IP, we noticed that, from ASE for a very, very long time, we haven't done any of the promotion. So in Q1 of 2026, we still see a very strong user base. And after a winter sale, the growth was very strong.
The continued strength of ARK and that franchise obviously shows within the numbers, but in the numbers you also talk about the rest of 2026 and the potential for new games, new ideas, new markets. It seems to me there's a lot of things that you hope to grow on in 2026.
That's correct. That's correct, Steve. 2026 is going to be a very, very busy year for us. In summer of this year, we will have Genesis 1 that will be released, which is one of the DLC that will attach to the ASA game. Towards the end of the year, we also have a Dragontopia that will be releasing. On top of that, we also have our internal developed game for the start. That is right now we're working towards we're hoping that it's going to be releasing either end of this year or next year. The our team is working diligently and try to have that game to be released.
And lastly, I mentioned the costs that you were able to find some savings on and the franchise games that are doing well. Do you feel that you, as the CFO, has put the company in a great position now to see the growth that you've already seen and still more to come? Do you feel excited about this year?
Definitely, Steve. And so in Q2, beginning of April, we actually negotiated a new license agreement with our related party. We were able to reduce our monthly license cost by almost 500,000 on a monthly, which is a 6 million reduction in cost. And that's a huge savings to the company.
Yeah. So exciting times ahead. Is that right?
That's absolutely correct because we see that we're very, very excited seeing the company's number. We're seeing we're actually bringing a net income to the company while we're still very cost driven. We're very, very conscious about what we spend, but also focus on the top number.
Well, incredible growth, 36% revenue growth, returning to profitability, as I mentioned. Heidi, thank you so much. Really good update. Really appreciate it. People are always good to go to the news release and check out the numbers for themselves, but appreciate your time.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, there's Heidi Chow, the Chief Financial Officer for Snail Games USA.